Well, just when I thought they couldn't be more stupid. Let's begin. The article says that a mother stabbed her husband twice with kitchen knives on the evening of the Queen's funeral because she was upset by the passing of the long-serving monarch. Geraldine Parkin, who is 53, spent the day of the Queen's funeral on September 19th, 2022, drinking with her husband Alfred when an argument broke out. Miss Parkin then began to hit her husband before making the beeline to the kitchen, grabbed two knives and stabbed her husband once in the shoulder and once in the bicep before her son pulled her away. Appearing on Manchester Crown Court on Monday, February 27th, the court heard how the former teaching assistant has no previous convictions and was not making sense during the argument. The court heard how Miss Pitkin had issues with alcohol and her mental health, as reported by Manchester Evening News. Well, hang on a minute, she's upset. Oh, diddums! Well, perhaps she shouldn't have stabbed someone twice. I mean, what else was she expecting to happen? Quite often nowadays, they blame everything on either mental health or alcohol or whatever and just expect to get off. And just think about it for a second. They were having an argument when she had the time in her to think while she was going to the kitchen what she was doing. She then had the time to come back from the kitchen to her husband. Then she stabbed him once, and then she had the time from the first to the second stab, meaning of course she had plenty of time to stop herself within any of that time, which obviously she didn't do at all until of course her son, quite thankfully, pulled her off. Apparently the crime she's being charged for is GBH, when in fact in my opinion that should be attempted murder, because what other reason could she have stabbed him for? I mean, I know it was in the arm, but I suppose it could be argued that she may have attempted to try to get to other places if either her son didn't pull her off or the husband didn't move. I mean, I don't know if he moved or not, but let's face it, I mean, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't exactly just be sitting there still if someone was coming towards me with something. And of course, where will this lead from here? It's absolutely no deterrent from her at all from doing something similar again, or other people in fact. I mean, surely the judge must realise that, because let's face it, she could be a potential danger to the public, couldn't she? Let alone of course her husband. And in my opinion that judge needs some serious retraining and should be suspended from being a judge in the meantime. Prosecuting Aubrey Sampson said she had been intoxicated during the incident and had begun to lash out at Mr. Parkin after he grabbed her wrist when she returned from the kitchen with the knives. He said Mr. Parkin didn't know why Miss Parkin had stabbed him. Miss Parkin was later found by police in a field near the address on Northland Road, Manchester, with blood on her jacket and fingertips. She was arrested and later charged with grievous bodily harm. Defending Sarah Haig said the attack was impulsive and spontaneous. She also said that Miss Parkin struggled with a number of mental health problems, including depression and anxiety, oh no, not anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder. The defendant is now 54 years old and is making an appearance in Crown Court, being convicted for the first time in circumstances that have effectively torn her family apart. Miss Haig said she told the Crown that Miss Parkin was remorseful, but there had been a degree of provocation from Mr. Parkin. The judge agreed and handed Miss Parkin a 12-month suspended sentence, as well as ordering her to attend an alcohol treatment and rehabilitation requirements. To be honest though, you'd have thought she'd have known better being a, formerly primary school teacher or something like that. But unfortunately, this isn't the only time that judges, should I say, have been too lenient, because in this video someone has been let off for yet another serious crime, which I'm guessing you or I might not be able to get away with. Anyway, subscribe for more and I'll see you in the next one.